After a shock defeat at Hull City last time out, Liverpool's season is in danger of unravelling. The Reds have failed to win any of their 5 league games since the turn of the year, falling 13 points behind leaders Chelsea and in turn being leapfrogged by this weekend's opponents Tottenham Hotspur. Jurgen Klopp is currently on his longest winless league run as Liverpool boss and now holds an identical record to predecessor Brendan Rodgers after his first 54 top-flight games in charge. Indeed, with Klopp possessing only the 5th best win percentage of Liverpool's Premier League managers, the German could find himself under pressure if their current form continues.
If you're a manager and you're struggling for a sort of title running, you've got to try and win a trophy. If you're Jurgen Klopp, he lost 2 trophies last year. Perfect time for him to get a trophy this year and then finish top 4. Then all of a sudden it's a good season, it's a positive season, something to build on. Now he's just left with the Premier League, so it's imperative that he finishes in the top 4 because anything outside of that is a bit of a disaster.
While the visit of second-place Spurs presents another difficult task, Klopp will be encouraged by the London club's poor away record against other leading sides this season. Mauricio Pochettino's men have failed to win any of their games so far at fellow teams in the top 8, which will be music to the ears of Jorginho Wijnaldum in particular. The Dutchman has scored all 14 of his Premier League goals in home matches, including a double against Spurs in his final game for former club Newcastle United last season. Despite that formidable record, his manager will no doubt want the midfielder to replicate that form away from Anfield sooner rather than later.
It's a bizarre record to have. I mean, I was a goal-scoring midfield player, and it didn't faze me whether I was playing at home or away. It was, my thought process was the same. Try and get assists, try and get chances, get the odd goal. If you get double figures, great. But I can't remember too many players that have just scored at home. But he needs to try and get that monkey off his back because Liverpool need his goals.
Wijnaldum will be one of a number of attack-minded players hoping to make a clear impact in this game, including a pair of flying fullbacks. Nathaniel Clyne and Kyle Walker have each played a prominent role on the right flank for their respective sides, both going forward and in defence. The pair have missed just 1 game apiece this season, with the England international colleagues similarly matched in terms of their defensive contribution. But having assisted 3 more goals than his Liverpool counterpart, Walker seems to have taken his game to a new level.
Quick, he's very strong, he's quite aggressive, he's got good attitude. His positional sense over the last 18 months has certainly improved in my opinion. Sometimes when he was younger he got caught out of position because he was so quick and because he could recover and get back into his position. Now all of a sudden he's got the legs, he can go box to box, he can play as a wing back when needed as well, so he's a player that's certainly improving.
With Liverpool boasting a strong record in games against other members of the current top 6 this season, Walker and co will have to be at their best. The Reds have picked up the same number of points as leaders Chelsea from such fixtures, having played 1 game fewer. History also suggests Spurs may struggle to come away from Anfield with a victory. The Londoners have won just 2 of the 24 previous meetings between these sides on Merseyside. But Pochettino will know how important 3 points could be as they look to close the gap, a considerable one, on Chelsea.
9 behind's nothing in the Premier League. I've seen teams come back from 12, 15, from when you get a little momentum towards the end of the season, it can be done. It just needs Chelsea to lose 1, Tottenham win, and all of a sudden you're 6 behind. What it does do for Tottenham, I think it firmly nails Liverpool out the title race. If they take 3 points off Liverpool are 13 behind at the moment. They can't go 16 behind, so Pochettino will know he's taken 1 big horse out of the race if he beats Liverpool.